Right everyone, it is Finn here, and it is finally over. After 1 month, 51 games, 24 teams, and many home versus roams later, Euro 2020 is finally finished. And in today's video, I'll be giving you guys my team of the tournament. As I said, 24 amazing teams at Euro 2020, and lots of fantastic players amongst those teams that performed really well throughout this tournament. So in today's video, I'll be putting forward my best combined starting 11 from the best players throughout this tournament into one team. It's not going to be easy, and don't forget that it is my opinion, and if you disagree with any of my picks in my team of the tournament, just put down in the comment section down below what you would have done instead. But at the end of the day, this is my selection and this is what I've chosen for you guys. Now obviously in the goalkeeper position, it was really tricky. There were some fantastic goalkeepers. Although Jordan Pickford had the most clean sheets in the tournament, I don't know if he was my goalkeeper of the tournament. It's a tricky one because it is between Donnarumma and Jan Sommer in my opinion, and I'm going to go for the likes of Jan Sommer. Yes, Donnarumma is a fantastic goalkeeper. He was the player of the tournament overall, probably maybe was the better goalkeeper, but just because of Jan Sommer's heroics, I have to make him my goalkeeper of the tournament. He was just absolutely fantastic, obviously in that penalty shootout versus France. I mean, what an absolute legend. He is going to be the first player in my team of the tournament, but taking nothing away from Donnarumma. As I said, a fantastic goalkeeper, and he was so ice cool in that penalty that won Italy the Euros. I mean, Donnarumma is so cool, he probably sank the Titanic, but he's such an amazing goalkeeper that he'll probably be able to save the Titanic afterwards. What an amazing goalkeeper. Can't believe he's a free agent now, and most likely going to go to PSG. And guys, if he goes to PSG, I mean, the likes of Ramos, Mbappe, Neymar, what a fantastic team. I want you guys to tell me in the comment section down below, do you think PSG are going to win the Champions League this season? I want to hear your opinions on that down below. But as I said, Jan Sommer, the first player in my team. What a fantastic goalkeeper. Now getting into my defense in the right back position, it's going to start off with Azpilicueta, Bonucci, Chiellini, and Luke Shaw. What a defense this is going to be. As I said, the first defender I have in there is going to be Azpilicueta in the right back position. What a season he's had. Obviously winning the Champions League with Spain, did really well at the Euros. Now of course there were a few other maybe right back options I could have gone with, like Meunier from Belgium, Dumfries from Netherlands. But to be honest, in my opinion, I wasn't super impressed by any of the right backs this tournament. I think there were a bunch of really good ones, but none really playing at the top of their level. But Azpilicueta was amazing in my opinion. I think that both fullbacks for Spain were amazing in the likes of Alba and Azpilicueta, but Azpilicueta really showed why he's in the squad. The fact that he's got that experience in terms of both attacking and defensive abilities. I was super impressed with him throughout this tournament. But which, by the way, guys, I do want to remind you that if you do like regular football content, just because the Euros is over doesn't mean I'm going to stop posting regular football content. So if you're not subscribed, please do consider subscribing down below. I try to turn out content every 3 days, perhaps, as regular as possible. So if you do like regular football content, please do consider subscribing down below. But getting into my centre backs, as I said, I've got the likes of Bonucci and Chiellini. Bonucci, a true leader of men, super humble at the end of the day.
It's coming through! It's coming through!
But jokes aside, what a fantastic centre-back overall. He's really showed how much experience can play in the role. And that Bonucci-Chiellini partnership, I mean, I just had to put it in the team of the tournament. Both of those centre-backs have been absolutely fantastic. Bonucci played a huge role in Italy's win. Obviously scored a goal in the final. What a fantastic centre-back overall. And obviously the likes of Chiellini. King Kong is his nickname, which, I mean, I totally understand that. He almost took Bukayo Saka to the top of the Empire State Building. What a centre-back he was, and whether you thought that he cheated or not, at the end of the day, these two centre-backs were absolutely fantastic throughout this tournament. It's tricky because I wanted to maybe mention the likes of Harry Maguire as a centre-back in this team. I also wanted to mention the likes of Valverde. He was so close to making it in the team. I actually almost changed my formation just to put these players in it. Valverde was terrific versus France. He really wasn't killing Mbappe's pocket, but at the end of the day, Chiellini and Bonucci, yes, old school centre-backs at the end of the day, but really did their job. They were fantastic. And obviously the last defender in my team, as I mentioned, was the likes of Luke Shaw. Now I know lots of Italians are probably going to ask for the likes of Spinazzola. Yes, Spinazzola was really, really close. It was tough to put Luke Shaw in over, but I did want to have a bit of variety in this team. I wanted to have multiple nations. I didn't just want to make this an Italian team. And at the end of the day, I think Luke Shaw was absolutely fantastic throughout this tournament. In terms of defensive ability, he put his body on the line. In terms of attacking ability, he created so many great chances, 3 assists, scored a goal in the final. How far Luke Shaw has come He makes me so proud as a Manchester United fan. Which, by the way, guys, if you have not seen, I have made a video on this channel a few days ago telling the story of Luke Shaw, how as a kid he was a Chelsea supporter, how he suffered a career-ending injury, came back from that injury, and is now one of the best left backs in the world. So if you guys want to see the story of Luke Shaw, click on the eye thingy up above or in the description down below. But Luke Shaw was fantastic throughout this tournament. As I said, I could have mentioned the likes of Alba or the likes of Spinazzola. If Spinazzola didn't get injured and made it to the final, maybe he would have been in this team. But at the end of the day, that is my defense for the team of the tournament. Now getting into the midfield, I did release a poll on my YouTube in my community tab, which if you guys haven't seen, I always post on the community tab for you guys to vote. And the most liked midfield in terms of best midfield of the tournament was going to be the likes of Jorginho. Now he's just one of those midfielders that proves you don't need to be the best goal scorer or assist maker to be a fantastic midfielder. I mean, once again, another player who's just ice cold when it comes to penalties. Yes, his penalty was saved at the Euros, but at the end of the day, he has been a fantastic midfielder throughout the tournament, had a great season with Chelsea. Once again, no, he's not notorious for goal scoring and assist making, but that's not all that matters. If there are other players in the team that can score and assist, then you know what, controlling the ball in the midfield, creating those chances, that's all that's needed. And Jorginho has had a fantastic tournament, definitely deserves to be in this team. Next midfielder is going to be the likes of Kevin De Bruyne. Yes, went out slightly early with the likes of Belgium, but obviously missed the first game of the tournament, and the second game came back for Belgium and proved what an amazing player he can be in terms of his chance creation, goal scoring. Him and that partnership with the likes of Lukaku, that was unbelievable to watch. Kevin De Bruyne really showed why he was or is one of the best midfielders in the world, scoring 1 goal and 2 assists within his limited game time throughout this tournament. But at the end of the day, absolutely fantastic midfielder. And as I said, if you guys disagree with any of these picks, tell me in the comment section down below what you pick. And the third and final midfielder I have amongst my 3 midfielders is going to be the likes of Pedri from Spain. Now, there were fantastic midfielders in this tournament. I could have mentioned the likes of Zuba, the Switzerland midfielder. I could have mentioned N'Golo Kante, Paul Pogba, a bunch of midfielders. But as I said, this is just my selection. I can only pick 3 midfielders, and I thought Pedri was fantastic. Just like Jorginho, he's not notorious for getting a lot of goals and assists, but his chance creation, his passing accuracy, he really was the midfield maestro for Spain, and I'm pretty happy with my midfield. Now, this is where we get into the challenging bit. My top 3, my front 3 for my team of the tournament. Now, in terms of my striker, I've gone for the likes of Harry Kane. Yes, I know he didn't score as many goals as the likes of Patrick Schick. Patrick Schick was amazing for the Czech Republic, but I've put Harry Kane in there because I just feel like his leadership really led England to a place where no one expected them to be 5-6 years ago. I put him there for his leadership. Yes, he scored 4 goals throughout this tournament. No, sometimes he was quiet, but when Harry Kane gets the ball, he is a difference maker. The way he falls back, the way he almost falls back into the defense sometimes to retrieve the ball to make forward play go. I think Harry Kane is just a fantastic player at the end of the day. I think he gives absolutely everything to the team, and that is why he is in my team of the tournament. I wouldn't be surprised if Harry Kane won the Ballon d'Or at the end of the year. Yes, I know lots of people are saying Lionel Messi after winning Copa America is a clear favorite, but Harry Kane, top goal scorer and top assist maker in the Premier League this season, 1 goal off of winning the Golden Boots at the Euros. I mean, he led England to a final, their first final in 55 years. What a player he is. Now in the left wing position, I've got the likes of Insigne. What a midfielder. Once again, only got 2 goals this tournament. Not fantastic in terms of numbers, but what a player he is. My dad likes to refer to him as a bit of a worm. He's just so impossible to catch. When he is on the ball, you actually can't get the ball off of him. I think Insigne has been brilliant throughout this tournament. I could have put the likes of Raheem Sterling there. Yes, Raheem Sterling did get more goals than Insigne, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't say that I was super impressed with Raheem Sterling throughout this tournament. I don't think he played that well. Yes, he got in the right areas to score those goals, but I do think Insigne, in my opinion, did perform slightly better. And that takes us to the final position in this team. It is going to be my right winger position, and it is going to be Cristiano Ronaldo. What an absolute beast he's been throughout this tournament. 4 games, 5 goals, 1 assist, 6 goal contributions in 4 games. Cristiano Ronaldo, yes, Portugal went out in the round of 16, but what a player he was, proving once again why he is one of the best in the world. Once again, like Harry Kane, is there for his leadership, not necessarily because they won the Euros. Fantastic player at the end of the day and deserves to be in this team. And right, ladies and gentlemen, that is my team of the tournament for Euro 2020. As you can see, it's a lot of really tricky decisions to make. Yes, I left a lot of top players out of this team that I really wanted to put in the team. Players like Zuba, Patrick Schick, Alvedi, I did put Sommer in my team. But there's a lot of fantastic players that I couldn't fit in this team. But that's what the Euros is all about. Fantastic football throughout a month. Some fantastic players who unfortunately couldn't even make my team of the tournament. Let me know what your team of the tournament is down in the description or in the comment section down below. Or at least tell me what change you would make to my team or who would be in your team. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. What a fantastic experience the Euros was. I mean, I genuinely will miss it. I'm looking forward to getting back into the domestic club football again. But the Euros really is something special. I'm glad we don't have it every year because I don't think we would appreciate it as much. But guys, don't forget to subscribe down below if you want to see more regular football content like this. Tell me what kind of content you would like to see in the future down below as well. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, like, all of that good stuff. Can we get this video to 20 likes? I'd really appreciate it. This is Finn, FYNN. Cheers.